Good morning, happy Friday. I'm gonna like unpack and talk. It's Friday and I'm pretty excited. I made, while I'm just unpacking my backpack, I made these this morning for me and one of my teammates. Our other teammate has a Cricut, so she made it herself. I'm gonna obviously cut it in half, but it's just our names and a little heart, and I'm gonna put it on, or we're gonna put it on our chromes that we got. So everyone in the district got new chromes this year for like the teachers. We've never had like a teacher chrome. We've always just like, at least I've before had always used like one of my chromes from my classroom. And then when I earned my Google certification and I did like a bunch of other stuff, I earned a chrome for myself that I could like call my own and kind of like take home over summer and stuff, and it wasn't like part of my class set. So I earned one of those, and that was just like one of the exact same chrome that was in my classroom. It was just brand new. But this year we got new ones, and they wanted the teachers to be able to have them for in their PLCs and stuff, and so they invested in giving us chromes. So it looks like this is just an Acer one, but I really like it, which I'll talk about that in a second. But it flips around and it's touch screen, which is super nice. So I've been doing all of my DRAs digital this year. I mean, I could like quickly show you guys how I do that, or like it doesn't even have to be a DRA. You could do like running records and stuff like that. You could do it digitally if you had a touchscreen one like this. So I can like quickly show you that later today. I've taught a bunch of people at my site that, and they've all like been super excited just because it's so much paper when you're doing DRAs, and to just do it on here is so much easier. I also love that I can bend the screen as much as I want, because sometimes when you're on the computer, you just want your screen to go like a little bit further, because it's just like the way you're sitting and it just doesn't go any further. Only thing is, I'm really afraid that one of my kids is gonna like try and do this with their Chrome without realizing it and like snap their screen. It's like a fear that I have that they're gonna see me do this with my Chrome and they're not gonna realize that like it's a totally different Chrome. A lot of the kids have been like, whoa, that's cool, and realize that it's like touchscreen and like knew that it was obviously a different Chrome. But I'm afraid that a couple kids who like maybe haven't like paid attention enough wouldn't realize that it's a totally different type of Chrome and that they're gonna do that. So anyway, that's my new Chrome this year. I don't know why I like felt the need to tell you guys about that, but I really like it. So I'm gonna put my name on it, which I've been wanting to do. I just life. So I'm gonna put this on, and then we have somebody coming to our PLCs, I think, this morning. Somebody from Solution Tree, which is like the company that does, I talked about this yesterday, but they're like the company who like puts on the PLC conference. They're like everything PLC. So I think they're coming in to like see our PLC time, which is kind of nerve-wracking, but yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't have to go anywhere after school today in terms of trainings. This Friday we get to be at our site, which is really nice, and I do have to meet with my team on Fridays. We have to meet with our team and do PLC stuff, but it should be like pretty easy because we've been meeting like one day a week earlier in the week, like on a Tuesday after school or at lunch, to get some of our stuff done that's like busy work, so that we can give it to the TAs to copy for us, and then we don't have to worry about taking the time in the afternoons to copy on Fridays. So, and I've already done all my 5 gym sessions for the week. I thought about bringing my gym clothes, and then if I just like randomly felt like going to the gym after work, then I thought maybe I'll just bring them, and then if I use them, I use them, and if I don't, I don't. But it didn't happen. I was just not about it. So before I put this on my Chrome, I wanted to share with you guys my new shirt because I'm so excited. So it says "Kindness is my jam." This shirt is going to be a limited edition shirt, and the vinyl, which you probably can't tell like on camera, but it is an opal color. It's not white, it's like an opal-y. It's got like a sheen kind of to it if you like move it in the light a certain way. It's so pretty. Oh, I love it. And so this shirt came, bought a few different colors of shirts, just like a single shirt, just so we can kind of look at colors to see what color we wanted to do for the limited edition. I saw this color when it came out of the box, and I looked at Skylar and I was like, that is the most ugly color I've ever seen. Like the ugliest color ever. And he was like, yeah, it's not very cool. And so then I was kind of like, yeah, so we were gonna do like a teal, and then we bought this vinyl, which we thought was going to be gold, and it was not gold, obviously. It was opal, which turned out to be pretty. But then we were like, that would kind of look good on the, this is called terracotta. And then we put on the terracotta, and I am in love with this now. Like, I can't believe I hated it. I love the color now. I don't know what happened. Like, my mindset completely just flip-flopped. So I'm loving it. I have on, I'll show you guys like later, but I have on just a pair of jeans, a pair of shoes. I've been doing like super casual on Fridays. It's kind of like my day. I could wear this type of outfit every single day. This is like my favorite thing to wear. T-shirt, jeans, and like my Vans or something. That's just like, I don't know. That, and then I love dresses. Like those are my two favorite outfits. So anyway, I gotta get work done because I have to go to my meeting in, oh, I have like 30 minutes. Wow, this is great. So I will catch up with you guys after school today and let you know how my day went. Hello, good afternoon. It's 4:50 and I've just been kind of cleaning up. I met with my team. We have to PLC on Fridays until like 3:30, but typically we're meeting for longer than that. So I met with my team, got a little bit of planning done. We just kind of talked about some future things we want to work on. So I went ahead and I hung up these on my wall, which you probably saw me hanging up. These are the base 10 engineering thing that we did. Yeah, so I just did some of them. I didn't put all the things up. I kind of just picked out the ones that had completely like finished the activity, not the ones that were like halfway done, because there was a couple that didn't quite finish. And then I wiped down all of the countertop. I organized like this, all of this stuff, and then I wiped down all the tables. I just found this, how cute. I let them, if they wanted to draw or color like during Fun Friday, they could do that. And then how fun is this? They had the Legos out during Fun Friday, and one of my kids came up to me and he had built the Titanic and an iceberg. Like, how creative is that? And he just like randomly built it, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. So he asked if he could put it up here, and I was like, sure. And then this one is like a pirate ship or something along those lines. I thought that was cute, so I just let them put them up there. My desk is looking fairly clean, I guess. I need to just make sure, I'm pretty sure everything for next week is like ready. We only have like 2 days next week, so it really was like an easy week to plan for, because like my guided reading time is like already planned because I have to do DRAs next week. I need to finish them, so that's like takes up all my guided reading time, which takes no planning for me because I'm just testing. And then my stuff is already made for the kids for centers. And then math I need to kind of like work on a little bit, but I didn't get to a lot of the math stuff from this week because I had forgotten that we had PE, and then library time like messed us up. So I'm actually behind 2 days, and I only have to plan for 2 days, so I can kind of use those days from there. Today we worked on a writing, so I just modeled this. So this was my plan for last Friday, but I couldn't end up I could have probably gotten to it, but I had 7 kids gone, and at that point it was just like, why even bother? So I modeled it today to walk them through. So this is like the right from the beginning like style curriculum, I guess you want to call it. And so we first did like a brain dump. So we're doing a narrative, and so I talked about my trip to Disneyland, and then I just dumped all my ideas of like things that happened that day or anything like that on a piece of paper, on a circle map. And then I went from there and took I pulled out my 3 favorite ideas, and so I grouped them. So like I put the ones together because this was all like food stuff. So we ate corn dogs, we had a Mickey Mouse ice cream, and we went to Starbucks. I included all in one. We went on 10 rides. My favorite was the teacup, so I included that in like one, and then the like who I went with, and then the fact that it was summer and it was hot and I was complaining, I kind of included that in one too, which now that I'm kind of looking at that, it doesn't really go because I didn't include it together in here, but that's okay. So then we did like a hamburger paragraph, and so we're teaching them to have a topic and a closing. And so for the topic, in the right from the beginning book, it said something, and I can't remember the exact wording, but it's like who did what when. Actually, maybe that's it, and I could not think of that earlier. But it's like who for a narrative anyway, who did what when. So I said over summer I went to Disneyland with my husband and 2 sisters. We went for my sister's graduation, and then I first talked about my food, I then talked about rides, and then I couldn't really think of a good transition word there, but I just said summer. So these are the ideas of what that, essentially later this would turn into a paragraph. So this would be like the idea of what that paragraph would be about. Right now, since we're still working on one paragraph, it's like this is the idea and then a detail to support it. Idea, detail to support it, idea, detail to support it. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentence paragraph, basically when you're done, if it was done correctly. So you can kind of see, so the red and the green and the yellow are my ideas from the circle map. And then down here for the closing, I always tell my students to use a hope, a wish, a dream, something you learned, or like an opinion or something like that. So I said, I hope I can go back next summer for more fun. So then I speak from the map, and so I basically speak exactly what I would write. So I would like read off this, and then I would say, first we had such delicious food. We ate some corn dogs, a Mickey Mouse shaped ice cream, and we also went to Starbucks. And so I speak it exactly like I would write. So we teach them to speak from the map because sometimes it's a lot easier to speak about it, and then you're just like, okay, now all you need to do is put it on paper. So then we went from this, and then I went ahead and wrote my paragraph. And so by the time we get to this part, it doesn't take very long because we have all of our ideas and everything planned out already. So this part's like, I always tell them this is like the easy part. And since you spoke from the map, it's basically exactly what you had said to your partner or wherever. So that's what we worked on today. I'm going to be trying to fit in a writing block in the morning on the days that I have music. I have music like 30 minutes into school starting, so that kind of gives me 30 minutes that I think I really need to be effective with that time, because it's kind of like a 30-minute block that ends up being sort of wasted because I just haven't found like what I want to be doing during that time. And I could do like our morning work, but I just feel like 30 minutes is a good chunk of time that I could be using somewhere else. Dude, every day this week I've been interrupted by the phone. Okay, anyway, I don't even know what I was saying, but I think I was just finishing up talking about the writing. So that's what we worked on, and then I did DRE testing this morning. I kept them busy with like iReady and a couple other things on the computer because I have to get I have to get DRE testing done. So I did just have to keep them like busy this morning. What else did we do during, oh my goodness. Okay, so yesterday I told you that we were like joining up our kid, or I don't know who we is. I was joining up my kids to have them in groups of 2. They took all their literacy center work from the week, and then they're gonna do collaboration station, where they take one of these feedback cards and it has sentence frames on it. And they basically just have to give each other feedback and then support each other to help either perfect an assignment that they had, or they need to help their partner to finish. So I did try and pair up students who had like finished a lot more than the other one, so that they could like really kind of just be like a support for them. It was amazing. Like, they did so good with it. I had paired up all the kids, like I assigned their partner, and so they got with their partner and they sat down, and every group was like working at such a great level of voice. I told them I wanted like a 1.5 because a 1's a whisper, and I didn't really expect them to do a whisper. I knew it just like, I just feel like you can't expect a whisper when you know it's not going to be a whisper. But I also didn't want them at like a full-blown talking voice either, because they would be right next to the person, so they didn't really need to be. So I always tell them like a 1.5. But yeah, they worked for like, I gave them like 20 minutes or so just to really like go through, check everything, find something that they could make better, find something that they could support their partner with, and it was beautiful. Like, Oh, they did such a good job. I was so proud. It was one of those things that like it could have gone really bad. Like I did it with my kids last year, but it definitely took like training for them to like get to the point where they were good at it, which like is expected with a lot of things, is like it just takes training. But they got it like the first time. Like I did not expect today to go well. I expected them to probably work for like 10 or 15 minutes and then they would just be like over and done with it, but they did awesome. I'm so proud. So they earned their Fun Friday today, like no issue. So we had Fun Friday after lunch and I just take out my STEM buckets, STEM bins, whatever you want to call them, and let them like just play with the items, and then we cleaned up and we went home. It is a minimum day on Fridays, if you didn't know that. We got a 1:35, so that's why we don't really like do much on Fridays, and our days kind of, I want to get more of a structure going for my day on Fridays. I think on Fridays each week I'm going to try and do my collaboration station, which is what I was just telling you about, where they give feedback to each other, and then do that for like the first 40-ish minutes of the day. By the time we like get sat down and they pass out the packets and everything like that, it'd be about 40-45 minutes, and then spend the other piece of time until recess doing writing, because I want to like work on the writing more, which I was just showing you guys. I want to like be working on that more. So I'll probably do that and then switch off between science and social studies each week. So I would just fit it in every other week. And then we like fit in science and social studies within Wonders as well. So it's not like we're never doing science and social studies only every other week. It does get fit in with Wonders like a little bit. But like full-blown like science lesson would be like every other week, social studies every other week, because that's like truly all I can fit in. And both programs we're using this year, it is like pilot year for the science program and it is the first year adoption for the social studies, so there's really like no expectation with like how much we're supposed to be doing. They just really want us to like try it out and see if we like it. So I don't feel like super obligated to make sure that's like, I don't know, that probably sounds bad, but it's just, it is what it is. Like when you have so much science and social studies to get to, it's just hard. I got up to show you guys something and now I like totally don't remember what it was. No. Literally got up for nothing. What the heck was I getting up for? I got Friday brain. Like for real. I need to go home. I'm not going to the gym today. Oh, I do remember now. Okay. Friday brain is gone for the time being. I just printed these shout out cards. I'm gonna do student shout outs. I am like so impressed with just like the kindness that I've seen my kids show this week. One of my students who like was the door holder for the week, every time the kids left the room, he would just like tell every kid like, good job, hey, good job, good job, good job, good job. And every time the kids were coming in, he would give them like a little bit of like a high five, not like crazy, like it could have been like out of control high five, just like a super quick like high five to all the kids coming in. And I thought that was just like so nice that he was not told to do that. He literally was just doing like kind things out of the bottom of his heart, and like nobody's ever done that to where he could like, he would have just copied them, unless maybe they did that in first grade, I don't know. But it was just like, I don't know, it was so sweet and it was so cute that I really want to like or show off like the kindness that I see. And like I give like little shout outs to kids obviously, but I want to let the kids do shout outs and then announce them during like morning meetings, so like a one or two a day if like I even had that many. But I want to train the kids just to kind of like be kind and shout each other out when they see kind things happen. So I found these on TPT. I just literally typed in student shout out and it was like the second one or something. So I'm gonna cut these out and put them in a basket somewhere. And I don't know, I guess I could tell the kids it could be like completely anonymous, because there is no from, it's just to. So it could just be like completely anonymous if they just see something like cool happen. I think that would be cool. I did lunch bunch today, so I had 2 students come and sit and eat lunch with me. It was so much fun. Like I truly love like just sitting there and learning more about them in like a more personal way, rather than always just being like academic stuff, and like kind of getting to know them more. So I've been picking out 2 students every week, and then on Fridays I go outside and play with them. Luckily I didn't have to play tag today. The last few weeks I've been playing tag, and like they can run so flippin' fast. I cannot keep up. It's so hard. So I taught them a game that I had known at my old school. It's so hard to explain, but I taught them a game and so we played that and it was fun. So that was my Friday. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna like work for a little bit more and then go home. I don't think I'm gonna have anything else to show you, but my Friday brain is telling me to finish up and head home. I do have a little bit, like, obviously an extra day this weekend to be able to work on stuff, so I'm not too worried about it, and the room is clean, so I'm satisfied. But by the time you see this, I think this shirt should be up, so if you're interested, make sure to check that out before we don't have this color anymore. All day today, I was just like obsessed with this color, and if I didn't say this earlier, it matches my nails, which is even more exciting. So I hope everyone has a really good weekend, 3-day weekend, super exciting. And for those of you starting school on Monday, like, that's crazy to me. I've been in school for like almost a month and you guys are like just starting after Labor Day, but good luck. And I'm sorry this vlog got really long, but I just had so much to say. So it's really hard to make it under like 20 minutes every day. Like, it seems like it'd be easy. It's not. Like, it's really, really not, especially when you're chatty Cathy like me. So I hope you have a good weekend, and if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.